for you. So you can get a copy of yours from the nearest bookshop at an affordable price. So visit the nearest bookshop and acquire one copy while stock lasts. Now, back to our lesson. So we start by looking at some introduction, just a short introduction. Now, a quick reminder that when you hear of reflection, we are talking about light. Though we have reflection of sound, but this morning we are talking about light. In Form 1, there was Light 1. There's a topic in Form 1 on light that was called what? Rectilinear propagation and reflection at plane surfaces, where you are looking at plane mirrors. The mirror you have used this morning to check if you are well groomed. That is what we are calling a plane mirror. Then those mirrors that are used by, where do we use, by the way, those plane mirrors? Where would you use a mirror? The normal mirrors. In the washrooms, they are there. In the dressing rooms, then some of them, especially girls, have a small one in there, and ladies have a small one. I don't know what they keep checking every time. They confirm that they are who they are. That is fine. In Form 1, we looked at those types of mirrors called plane mirrors. Now, we were looking at how light is reflected on those plane mirrors, and we looked at where they are applied. Things like kaleidoscope, the periscope, and what have you. Now, in Form 2, we introduce Light 2, which is another topic on light, but in this particular case, still on reflection. We shall look at reflection at curved mirrors. Now, have you ever seen a curved mirror anywhere? If you have a car, just walk out, look at that car. There are two things which look like ears on the sides of the car. They are called side mirrors. If you look at the side mirror, or even on a motorbike, leave alone a car, there is something written on that side mirror of the motorbike. Can you go and read, by the end of this lesson, tell me what you read on that side mirror? So those side mirrors are not like plane mirrors. If you look at yourself in that side mirror of a car or of a motorbike, you will tend to be a small person. Your head will be smaller than it is as compared to a plane mirror. Plane mirror, you see an object same size as the image. The image and the object are same size and only laterally inverted. That means if you raise your right hand, what happens? The image raises the left hand. That was called lateral inversion. And if you move closer to the mirror, the image also moves closer. So you seem to be moving close to each other. That was in plane mirrors. Now in curved mirrors, something else will happen. As you look at the side mirror, you will have a wider field of view behind you. That's why they are used as what? As driving mirrors. We shall also look at, some of you have visited dentists. They have a special type of mirror, which we shall see by the end of this. You tell me which mirror is that. There are those that are also used by barbers. We call them shaving mirrors. So these ones just to ensure that they see every part of your head as compared to a plane mirror. So those mirrors together, we are calling them what? Curved mirrors. Why are we calling them curved mirrors? Where did they come from? So these curved mirrors, we just cut a part of either a cylinder or a cone, or anything curved. So we cut part of it. Like if I have this as a cylinder, you see it is already curved. It can be clear as this glass. This is glass and it's very clear. So I can decide to make this glass to be a mirror. It is curved. So I can, what can you guess what we can do? One, we just put an opaque something this other side. Then the opposite side becomes what? A mirror. Or it can be another type of cylinder. Then you paint on one side with a shiny paint on one side. So then it becomes what? A mirror. Or you can apply some silver on one side so that the side is shiny. Then that will form a mirror. So if the shiny part is on this outside, we shall have a different mirror as compared to when the shiny surface is inside. So we are saying if I have this is my curved surface, let this represent a curved, some part of a cylinder like this. Then I decide that I want to paint on one side. So if I put a shine paint on this other side, on my left side, this side, that means this side will be shiny. So this is now our reflecting surface. So this becomes our reflecting surface. So this other side is opaque like that. So as light comes from this other side, if light strikes that mirror, it will be reflected either that way or this way. So this becomes our reflecting surface. Now the other way, if I still have the same piece of glass or piece of material, then now I make it shiny on the inside. So this other side becomes opaque. That means the reflecting surface is inside. So as light comes from this direction, it is reflected in this direction like that. So can you imagine of areas where we use these types of mirrors? So we are saying the curved surfaces can be obtained in two ways, either by polishing them or by painting, so that they become so shiny for us to use them as reflecting surfaces. It can be even a metal. When you polish a metal, if this was a metal, then I polish this side, it becomes shiny and it becomes a reflecting surface. That way you can use it as a mirror. So some of you, it's not a must for you to go to buy a mirror. You can just apply some shiny polish. You see in high school, Form 1, when their shoes are still new, I used to hear guys say, "Wow, unaweza jionea kwa kiatu," because it was shiny, it was well polished. Na hata vumbi ikishika kidogo anarudi dom kupanguza. By break time anataka kitembea, you can see yourself through the shoe because it has been well polished and very shiny. That is what we are saying. So you can either polish that surface or paint with a shiny paint, not a dull one, a shiny one, so that it can reflect. I've seen some people that, Kenyans have very bad manners sometimes. Someone, if a car is still new, it is usually the body is usually shiny. You see some people walking around and using it as a mirror. You see them close to the vehicle like this, because the body is shiny. It was well painted with a shiny paint. That's how we can use it as a mirror. That is true. You can confirm today. Now these curved mirrors, so we have said they can either be formed by applying silvery paint or by polishing. That's two ways of making curved mirrors. Now there are two main types of curved mirrors. Now what are the next question we want to ask ourselves is, how many types of curved mirrors do we have? So you write types of curved mirrors. Types of curved mirrors. Now we have already explained that they are formed or obtained from hollow shapes or spheres or cones or cylinders, all those. So there are two main types of curved mirrors, and the name depends on the reflecting surface. Where is the reflecting surface? So we have two cases. One, like this one here, where the reflecting surface is bulging outwards. We are saying it's bulging outwards. And this one, the reflecting surface is converging. So like you can see, it seems to be curving inside. The names are different. For this one, where the reflecting surface bulges outwards, it's called a convex mirror. Convex. So convex mirror, that's the first type. And we have said in a convex mirror, the reflecting surface bulges outwards. It bulges outwards. Then the opposite of this is called concave mirror. So we have convex mirrors and concave mirrors. Now for concave mirrors, the reflecting surface is inside. It curves inside. You can see from, if this is my A and this is my B, you can see for A, the reflecting surface is bulging outwards. Just call your sibling and mwambie akuletee kijiko. So kijiko kiko na two sides. If this is the kijiko, there is the side ya kuweka kwa githeri hivi ukikula, na kuna hii side ingine. So those two, there is one side that is bulging outwards. So if you turn the kijiko like this and look at yourself, then try turn it like this and look at yourself, you will not see the same thing. You will realize there is a difference. So the outer side of your kijiko is an example of what? A convex mirror. Is an example of a convex mirror because it's bulging outwards. Then the inner side of the kijiko, where you scoop something with, is called a concave mirror. Is an example of a concave mirror. So because it is converging, it's converging. Converging means it seems to be like all the rays, as we shall see later, after hitting the reflecting surface, they all go to the same place. They converge like that. And an example of this we shall see later. And also in Form 4, you will now look at lens. So if you have a glass and you don't paint on both sides, it becomes a lens. But if you paint on one side, so that is a reflecting surface, now it is called a mirror. So we are saying there are two main types of mirrors. One is called convex, another one is called concave. And the difference is we look at the reflecting surface. If the reflecting surface is inwards, if the surface is curving inwards, that is called a concave mirror. And if the reflecting surface is curving outwards, that is called a convex mirror. Now in short, most of these mirrors, we draw them like this. We will have just a line like this. If this is my line, we will always shade the side that is, if we shade this side, it means the reflecting surface is this other side. This is the reflecting surface. So this is, the shaded part is opaque. So light will be coming from this other side. Then the other one, if I have the same piece of glass, then, or piece of metal, then now I shade this side. If I shade this side, then this other part becomes the reflecting surface. So part A here, this represents a convex mirror, and this one represents a concave mirror. So these are the two main types of mirrors. However, there is a special mirror. There's a special curved mirror, the third one, which is called a parabolic mirror, a parabolic. Now you've seen, if you have a torch at night, then you met some police officers with their own torch. Wakimulika na wewe umulike. Yours looks like a panya among lions because their reflectors are powerful. Their reflectors, their type of torch they use looks like this. So it is so much curved like that. That's called a parabolic reflector. Then you shade this other side. So we shall also have a parabolic concave and a parabolic convex depending on the reflecting surface. Now look at this other one and this. This one is much curved as compared to this. So what happens if there is a bulb here and a bulb produces light like this in all this direction, this reflector produces a very powerful beam like this. That's why they are used because of the type